Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Good morning, online. Yes, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. In this cold weather, it might be even too cold on north side of India, correct? Okay, so let's jump on. So what did we discuss in our last class? RDS. So what we're gonna do today is practicals on RDS. Okay, now. So let me share my screen. Can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. Let's go to RDS. So, okay, before I go to RDS here, uh, let's have a quick shootout on what we have learned. So, majorly RDS, we discussed two topics yesterday. What are those? Read replicas and multi-AZ. Yes. So, what is read replica? Read replica is used for increasing the performance. Is it used to as an high availability? No. So, whenever you set up a DB instance, its role is instance. But whenever you create a read replica out of it, it will become primary instance. And every DB instance has its own endpoint. So if you want to connect to the DB instance, you need to connect through the endpoint, username, password, and then port number. Yes or no? So we discuss how many read replicas you can create maximum 15 read replicas. And read replicas can be the same region also or in other region also. And what is a backups called? Snapshot. And it has security groups and then parameter groups, subnet groups. So we have discussed all these things. And we have learned multi-AZ. Which one, Anna? So in multi-AZ, we have three things. No, one is cluster, one is multi-AZ enable, and then multi-AZ disable stuff. Okay. So what we do is let's go ahead and then see, let's do the practicals on RDS. RDS is regional or global? Regional only. Okay. So can you move the snapshot to S3 also? Can you export? Okay. Okay. On the left side, do you see here? We have databases. And remember, which one is the AWS proprietary database engine? Aurora, no? So this Aurora is compatible with Postgres and MySQL. Which one? Postgres and MySQL. So please write down in your book. So Aurora is compatible with Postgres and MySQL. Aurora, first you know that you can write Aurora is a AWS own database engine. First write on Aurora is a AWS own database engine. Own database engine. Okay. And then AWS, Aurora is compatible with Postgres and MySQL. Okay, ma? Okay, see, as Aurora is compatible with Postgres in MySQL, whenever you are setting up the Postgres or whenever you are setting up the MySQL engine, AWS come in front and say, hey, Babu, use Aurora, no? Use Aurora. Because AWS engine is Aurora, no? So AWS is trying to promote Aurora. So, and then also it will give a very good, easy method to migrate from Postgres to Aurora, to migrate from Postgres to Aurora or MySQL to Aurora. So you have a very good compatible, Aurora has very good compatible with Postgres and MySQL. So it is similar. Okay, so here on the left side, if you click on databases, let's go and click on create database. So, and this is regional. So let's go and click on create database. And then this is the way how you set up the RDS DB engine in real time also. Okay, how? Click on create database. And I'm telling you clearly, listen this carefully, carefully. If you understand this single page, you have so many options here. If you understand this single page, rest, not only RDS, or database, all database services you can easily understand. Because the same concept will be available every time. When you create a read replica, same page. When you restore the database instance, same page. When you create something, same page, same information, same options will come. So if you understand this one page, the whole page, it will be easy for you, everything. Okay, please concentrate. I'll go one by one, point by point, I'll go. Okay, na? Okay, first thing here is choose a database creation method. Will you go with the standard create or easy create? Standard create only. Let's not go for easy. Did I go for anything easy till now? No. If it is easy also, I went like this, right? So click on standard create. And then I told you this, there are these many. Oh, AWS came up with another engine. Do you see that? IBM DB2. Okay. So could you please write? And RDS supports how many engines now? 7 engines. 6 engines were since these many years, 6 engines only. Your favorite, this is what, ma? Huh? Aurora, MySQL, Aurora, Postgres. You can't cheat me, huh? Write down in a book. RDS supports 7 engines. In overview, we discussed, no? Aurora supports 6 engines. I mean, 7 engines. I mean, RDS supports 7 engines. And in the bottom, I gave all the 6 engines, no? In the bottom right, IBM DB2. That is also one of the engine. Okay. Then, okay, Nana. So here we go with the standard create. We go with the standard create. And I said Aurora is compatible with 2 engines. What is that? MySQL and then Postgres. So we have MySQL, MariaDB, Postgres, Oracle, MS SQL, and newly IBM DB2. So here you can select any of the engine for doing the practicals, for not for doing practice in real time. But now in the practicals, you should select the open source, because this MS SQL, DB2, Oracle, Postgres, all these things are license based. You can select either Postgres or you can select either MySQL. So what I do is, you can select any of this, and I'll go with the Postgres, which is most commonly used DB engine by the developers. Now, all these are all RDBMS databases only. Yes, these are all RDBMS databases. So I selected the Postgres here and come down. And do you see this is the engine version? What is it, Nana? Engine. So for everything, there will be a version, no? Like iPhone, what is the latest version? 15. So for every software, every software, you have a version. For Postgres also, which is the latest version here? Here it is 15. And remember, clearly I'm saying, remember, this engine version, you cannot select it randomly. You need to check with the developers. You need to ask developers, hey developers, which version we need to select in the database engine, because your applications are sometimes the applications are compatible with the DB engine version. If you select a random DB engine version, applications will not work. For that reason, you need to ask developers which version you need to select. If they said that Postgres, I need 14 version, 13 version, 15 version. So based on that, you need to select here. So I keep it in default here. 15.4 is a version. Coming down here, we have 3 templates, Nana. What are those 3 templates? Production, dev test, and free tier. Which is our favorite one? Free tier is our favorite one. But I'll not go with the free tier now. In real time, we'll be going with the production only, no? I'll select the production. I'll show you all the options, but I don't create it. But you will be learning how it will be in the production environment. But I don't create it. I'll come back and I'll select the free tier later. So we need to learn all the options, no? So let's select the production. Coming to availability and durability. Do you see multi-AZ? Did I told you there are 3 options? One is cluster, one is multi-AZ enable, and last one is don't enable. Which one we need to select? Last one. But here in the production environment, what we need? We need to select no. We need to select here. So now if you select multi-AZ DB cluster, it will create one primary and how many? Two readable standby DB instances. So this will be even more costlier. If you select this, creates a primary DB instance and a standby DB instance in different availability zone. It's a standby. One machine will be get created, but it is visible, it not be visible. So I'll go with the second one here. If you go with the first one, it is a cluster. What is a cluster? Group of servers is called the cluster, no? So if you need to have that heavy setup, go with the cluster. Otherwise, go with multi-AZ DB instance. So you are enabling multi-AZ. Last one is no multi-AZ. Do you all understood availability and durability? Coming down. Settings. And then here we call it as DB instance identifier. Say that. Instance identifier. Nana, we have launched so many EC2 instances, no? And you give the name of the EC2 instance, no? That's how you identify. Here also, you will be creating so many DB engines. One is Postgres, one is MySQL, one is Oracle, one is something you will be creating. You need to give the names, no? So this is the engine name. So this is the database instance name, not the database name. This is a instance name. So you are creating one DB instance here. Inside that, you will have a databases. I'm giving this name. This name, instance name, I'm giving it. And database name is different. Okay, Nana? So what is the instance name I'm giving here? Let's say, for example, Postgres instance. You can give any name. Okay. Next, coming to credentials. Now, for every database, we need to have a credentials, no? Username and password. So what is the default username that is given here? Postgres. And password, you can give the master password, confirm password. What is the username? Postgres. Password I'm giving here root 123456. Root 123456. You can give anything. I'm giving root 123456. Okay. And if not, remember yesterday we discussed about this. What was that? Secret manager. What the secret manager will do? It stores all the secrets, credentials, secrets. That can be access keys, secret keys, username, password, encryption key, everything it will store. So if you say, if you create, it is a separate service. Do you see here? If you go to secret manager, do you see here? Secret manage separate. See, easily rotate, manage, and retrieve secrets through their life cycle. You can create the secret keys there. That means username and password, and can set the rotation. After 3 months, new it will generate new. So you can create a rules there, and then automatically it will like how your generally website username password will get expired. No, every 3 months it will ask old password, new password, change the password. Banks also it will ask. That is best for the security purpose. Just in case your old password got hacked, every 3 months you will change the password. Is the best practice. So all these things will be handled by, if you have created username and password in secret manager, you are telling here manage master credentials in AWS AWS secret manager, but not required. I'm giving here the password itself, or you can give this auto generate password, that yoga style password. Is this clear, Nana? Is this clear? Online? Correct. So now coming down, instance configuration. What is it, Nana? Instance. So here similarly in EC2 we have instance type, no? Instance type. Here also we have something called instance class, where you can select which one is your favorite one here, T2 micro, no? But I'm selecting here, let's say 2x large. How much GB RAM it has? 32 GB. That is M type. If you want R type, if you want T type also, you can select any of the type. So this is the basically instance type you need to select. DB instance type need to have power? No, instance type. Yeah, that's the instance type. Next, coming to storage. I told you also yesterday, DB instance also has a volumes concept. Where does the data will be stored? In the storage only, no? Volumes only. So that can be your GP2, GP3, IO1, magnetic. I told you yesterday, ST1, SC1, this will not work here. Okay. So you can select any of the things, but what did we select here? IO1. IO1 is cheaper or costlier? IO1. Which one is the costliest volume type? IO1 only, no? What is the IO1 called? Provisioned IOPS, correct? So here, I'm selecting IO1. How much size you have given here? 400 GB. And how much IOPS we have given here? 3000. What is the maximum here we can give? 80,000. Remember we discussed? 80,000. But here I'm putting, I want to have super high power. Let's say I want to put 10,000 IOPS. Because this is a production environment, no? So I want super speed, so I'm going for the 10,000 IOPS. How much is the storage, Nana? 400. Can you go up to 65,536 GB? That meaning I think 64 terabytes, 65 terabytes you can go. Okay. Is it clear? So this is the volume. So based on your requirement, you need to select all these things. Okay. Coming down. Remember yesterday we discussed about storage auto scaling. How much is the value that I have given here? 400. So if I give 400, after 2 months or 3 months, this 400 will get full. If the storage is full, your database will work? It will not work. So it will stop working. So what you need to do in that time? You need to come here, edit it, and increase 400 to something other number. Instead of doing all these things, what you can do is you can enable auto scaling on the storage and give the maximum storage value. Let's say, for example, here I have given 1000. If it reaches 400, will it complain? It will not come. It will keep on increasing till 1000. So as in my real time, I need to have, definitely I need to have this, no? Yes. Next here is dedicated log volume. What is a dedicated log volume? So basically this is a newly introduced. This will store all your transaction logs. Generally, those who are database developers, they know this concept. We have something called transaction logs. As this platform is completely managed by AWS, we don't have any possibility to go and log in and check the logs. So here, if you turn on this, all your dedicated log volume stored database transaction logs on a dedicated volume to improve write performance for the latency sensitive workloads. There is an additional cost with this. So don't enable it, but this is related to your transaction logs. Just in case in real time, if anyone asks, hey, we need transaction logs also, enable this. Okay. For now, no. Okay. Before I go this here, is it clear on the storage section? Online? Sangram is asking, in real time, what is provisioned IOPS? What is it? What is provisioned in real time? What is provisioned IOPS? Oh, number. Number, we cannot say. If we have a huge audience, huge number of requests, based on that, you need to increase the IOPS. So you cannot randomly, how I put in randomly 10,000, no, like that you cannot put it. So you need to sit, discuss with your teams and manager, and based on how much IOPS, how much load it is coming, how much fast your website, your database should be, how many connections should be happening. Based on that, you need to put the IOPS. Okay, coming down. Next is here connectivity, Nana. Next is here connectivity. Remember in EC2, when you launch an EC2 instance, if you go to settings, there is a connect to RDS option is there. Yes or no? One second. Okay. So connectivity here is in EC2 also. Basically, where do you deploy all the application? In EC2 only, no? And all your application need databases, right? Where is the database? In RDS. So your application is in EC2, your database is in RDS. So your EC2 need to connect to RDS, no? Yes or no? So for that reason here, connectivity, don't connect to any of the EC2 instance, connect to any of the EC2 instance. So if you have any EC2 instance which has application inside it, and if it wants to connect to the RDS, select that EC2 instance here. Do you have any EC2 instance now? No. In your real time, if you have, definitely EC2 instance will be there. That all EC2 instance will get listed over here. So whichever the EC2 instance has your application that needs to be connected to the RDS, select this. For now, at the moment, I'll go with the don't connect. Okay. Which VPC? Default VPC. Now remember, once the database is created, you cannot change the VPC. Okay. Subnet group, keep it default. And publicly access. Public access. Databases should be publicly accessible. 1000% no. 1000% it should be private only. But as we are in the internet, as we need to connect, we need to go with the public access. But I'm setting the production environment settings, no? So yes or no? 100% no. Firewall, that meaning here security group. So we have a default security group already selected here. Default security group. And then we have RDS proxy. Remember RDS proxy? What does it do? It's reduce the number of connections to a few connections and connect to the, so here RDS automatically, this is fine. So I told you it's an additional pricing, you will get it here, but it just matter of selecting the box. If you select this, automatically RDS proxy will get created, but don't select it now. And security, this is related to your extra layer of security, validating the connections to the RDS. So any customers or any application, any tool which is connecting to the RDS, it should be secure and safe. So for that, you have a certificate authority, which is by default is there. And what is the port number of Postgres? 5432. Don't change it. And which is the security group we are using here? Default security group. And if you want to connect to the DB instance, what is the port number that you need to open in the default security group? 5432. Otherwise, you cannot connect to the database. Okay. Nana, is this clear till here, everyone? Related to connectivity. Online. Online, everyone, is it clear? Nice. Everyone? Okay. Next, we go with the database authentication. So on the top, we have given the default username. What is the username? Postgres. And password? Root 12345 we have given. So that is the password authentication that will be happening. Additionally, you can go with the IAM database. With IAM usernames and password also, you can log in with this. And also, Kerberos authentication. What is that? Kerberos authentication is related to your Active Directory. Remember Active Directory? Active Directory. So usernames, domain usernames and password which is created in Active Directory. Using that credentials, you can log into this database. So here need to select that. But do we have any directory here? No. So which one is better to go? First one, which goes with the Postgres and then password. Next, slowly coming to monitoring. And yesterday I told you there is a performance monitoring, performance dashboards. So if you want to monitor this database instance, so you can turn on performance insights. So it is related, and encryption is related to your KMS. Did I told about DevOps Guru? What is DevOps Guru? It gives the recommendations. What does it give? It gives the recommendations. So DevOps Guru RDS or detects performance for DB instances and provide recommendations. But don't enable this. And then coming to additional configurations, here it says enable enhanced monitoring. So if you need to have deeper level of monitoring, so granularity here is 60 seconds. So if you go on with the 1 second also, 1 second type of monitoring also you can do. Just imagine in real time, if you have a very important database where everyone are getting connected, which your website is very popular. So you need to get monitor very strictly, no? So if you want to monitor every second also, you need to enable it, but don't enable now because it will be charged. That is default. Additional configuration here. And here it is asking a database name. Here it is asking on previously it is asked identifier, DB instance identifier. Now it is database name. Instance identifier is the machine name and database name is the database inside it. So let's give a small, let's say 9 a.m. DB demo, something. And yesterday we discussed about parameter groups. What is related to parameter groups? What is that? Global schemas. What is that? So this will be used by the developers. You can ignore it, not required. And then here we have backup. What are the backups called? Snapshots. Can we do the backups manually also? Automatically also. Automatically meaning, can you go and enable automated backups? What is the retention period? Maximum. How many days? 35 days. By default? And do you see this here? Backup retention period is by default 7 days. And how much? Start with the letter A. No, okay. Shut up. So here, do you see this? What is the maximum here? 35. Understood? So you know very well what is retention period. Retention period meaning how many snapshots that you want to keep it. You cannot keep on keeping the snapshots, no? So, and then at what time? At what time? Backup window. At what time the backup should be happening? You can choose a window, select the particular time, and then see, choose a window. At what time it should start and what is the duration, you can select it here. If you say no preference, what will happen? AWS will take whenever he wants. Understood? And then Backup replication. Backup replication meaning, Nana, whenever you take the backups, automatic backups are happening, in which region the snapshots will be available? Mumbai only. As a part of disaster recovery. As a part of what? Say that word. You can also call it as DR. What is that? DR. As a part of disaster recovery, if your customer says, Array, all my backups are in Mumbai only, my databases are in Mumbai only, and my backups are also in Mumbai only. What happened if Mumbai data centers or Mumbai AWS infrastructure went down? All my data is gone. So obviously, yes. I mean, no, database AWS will give the backup for you. But the thing is here, it is a single point of failure in the regional level. Correct? So to satisfy your customer, what you can do is all the snapshots can be copied to another region automatically. If you want to do it automatically, you see, enable replication in another. In which region you want to, at the moment it shows only 4 regions. In which region you want to keep all the backups. Additionally, you can select it, but now not required. Encryption is there. And logs, logs. Is it possible to do a RDP SSH to the DB instance? Can we log into the DB instance? And then how do you check the logs? We cannot, right? For that reason, if we enable this, these logs will be pushed to where? CloudWatch logs. So if you want to see any database logs, you can go to CloudWatch logs and check it if you enable this. Sir, backup, how would we know duration? So you can take the duration, no, here. How many hours? So you can put approximately these many hours, and whenever it's completed, it will be done. Simple as that. And then and do you see this here? Now, if you enable this, all the logs will go to the CloudWatch logs. And do you see this here? Next here, we have here what? Maintenance. So this platform is completely handled by AWS. So the platform, that meaning the server in the backend, is also handled by AWS. No. So just in case if any kind of updates, patches, something, I told you, patches and everything is managed by AWS. So you can give enable auto minor version upgrade. If you want to do if AWS want to do any minor version upgrade, allow him. So if you want to do any kind of, if AWS want to do any kind of version upgrade, you can also choose that window. At this time only you do AWS, otherwise don't do it. If you say that don't do it, it will not do it. It will be there on. Delete protection, you know very well. How in EC2, how we have termination protection? Similarly here also delete protection. And what is the cost here? How much is the cost? 3,672. Sir, is there any concept of agent to push the logs from DB instance? Nothing. Automatically it will happen. Venkat, because the roles are created automatically in the backend. Do you see? Venkat. So what is the cost here? 3,672. So basically it's huge. It's huge or not? For a small DB instance, not small, for the DB instance in production, I am paying this much. Imagine I have like this 10 GB instance. Huh? Boom badal. Yes or no? It's very hard. For this reason, I'm telling you the real-time stuff now. See, assume you join the company, right? Let me take that question here. Sir, regarding the backup replication, even though we didn't enable this checkbox also, AWS take the backup. But if you want to take the backup in particular region only, we need to enable this option, right? Correct, Srini. Srini, to answer this question, regarding the backup replication, even though we didn't enable this, see here, there are two types of backups here. One is automatic backups we have enabled. Anyways, that will be taken here. Here. Enable automated backups is there. No. Anyways, backups will be available here. Snapshots will be available. Snapshots will be available. Okay. But additionally, if you want to store another copy of the backup in another region as a part of disaster recovery, you need to enable that backup replication. Otherwise, no. But the snapshot is available here. Okay, Srini? Okay. So now your manager asked, hey, we are spending a lot of money to the RDS. We have only DB instance, one DB instance, which is this, and I'm paying 3,672. Please go and do the cost optimization. Real time. What is the meaning of cost optimization? Reduce the cost. Can you tell me how to reduce the cost? What are the things that you can reduce the cost here? Hmm. Very good. Changing the instance type, provisioned IOPS. Main thing you missed. You're going to Mayfield restaurant and you are not asking biryani, you're saying everything. What is the main thing you're missing? No. Okay, you can reserve the instance also to reduce the cost. Good. But main thing. Huh? No. No. How come everyone mind blocked? Due to cold, huh? What's the main thing you're missing? No. No. Huh? Multi-AC, macha. What is that? How come you can forget that multi-AC? That is the main important thing. No, I told you double the cost, double the cost, double the cost. If you go and disable multi-AC, half of the money is got reducted. No. So you gave all these options. No, let's try to implement all these options. Let's see how much we can reduce the cost. Okay, real time. And see here. What is the first thing? Let's go with the multi-AC. Let's stop multi-AC. Let's go on top. Okay, come. If I don't want multi-AC, which one I need to select? Okay. And let's see. Oh, do you see this? Half of the cost, no? Where is 36? Where is 18? I told you exactly half. So that is a double the cost. People don't know this. They'll randomly select the multi-age. Yeah, one or two or three. One or two. Right? Okay, number one. What is the next thing? Provisioned IOPS, no? Next important thing is provisioned IOPS. So coming down, down. So here, instead of going, I gave 10,000, no? Let's give 3,000. It was 1,800, correct? Let's see. Huh? 1,100. See how we are reducing it. And your manager say, no, go and reduce. Then what you do? Instance type, 32 GB, I'll go with 16 GB. 736. And your manager says, go and reduce even more. Abhi, how le? If I keep reduce, your customers will cry. No, no problem. Go and reduce it. Then he approved. What do you do? Still go and reduce. What are the things that you can reduce it here? So here, provisioned IOPS 2000. No, instead of going with the IOPS, I'll go with the GP2 completely. I'll go with the GP2. Okay, let's see. 395. And if you say, no, please go and reduce it. Go and delete the database. Right? So, so if he asks, still go and reduce it. From 16 GB, go with the 8 GB. 200. If he still asks, go and split on his waist. You have a company and you are the customers, and I am a AWS engineer in your company, right? So, but do you all understood how to reduce the cost, how to do the cost optimization on the database level? This is very, 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 very important in your real time. Okay. So many of the psycho people now will think, sir, click on create database. Sir, click no. Huh? I don't click. Huh? So I click on cancel. So I'm canceling it carefully, right? Because I'm not in the free tier also. I cannot pay that much. So what we need to do is here, I'll create a database now. You tell me the options. Now you know all the options. You tell me what to select, what not to select, and then let's create a database. Okay, ready? Let's click on create database. Standard create, Postgres, engine version, keep it, leave it. Productiona, dev testa, free tier. Free tier. And then you see available derivative, everything is grayed out because we are under the free tier. Okay, good. Don't select this. And what is it? DB instance identifier. Here, give the name. I call it as Postgres instance. I call. Next. Username Postgres. Password. Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can give anything. No problem. You can give anything. Next, instance configuration. Which one? T2 micro, favorite one. No, you can select T3 also because T3 is older one. No, that's why it have. There is no T2. They go with the T3 micro. It's fine. Coming down. Storage. GPT is fine. How much size? 20 GB is there by default. That is a minimum. You cannot keep on less than 10 GB, right? 20 GB is fine. You can go in, but don't try to increase that because we are not putting any data. No, so it doesn't make any sense to increase it. But in real time, based on requirement, can you increase the size? Yes. And do you need auto scaling? Not required. Don't connect a connector. Don't connect a connector. Don't connect. We don't have. IPv for a dual stacker. IPv4 dual stack meaning dual IPv4 plus IPv6 both will be there. Default VPC. Default publicly yes or no. But now yes. Otherwise you cannot connect. Security groups. Choose existing. Which one? It's already selected. In which availability zone you need to keep your database engine? Put it one. Do you want proxy? No proxy. Additional configuration. Do you want to change this port number? Don't change it. Password authentication, which one? First or second or third? First one. Monitoring. Enable this. I'll show you how to do it. Do you enable DevOps Guru? No. Do you want to enable enhanced monitoring? No, don't enable it. Additional configuration. Here it is asking database name. Can I call it as demo DB 9 AM? That is a name. Parameter gives keep it default. Backups. Should I enable the backups? I'll show you backups concept, right? Enable the backups and then the retention period, I'll keep it as 1 day. So no preference because we are just doing for testing. No. So, but in real time, can you choose a window and select the night times? Okay. Backup retention period, 1 day. That's fine. That's fine. Do you want to backup replication is required? Not required. Don't do that. Encryption is required. I'll remove it off. Okay. Do you want logs? No, but it's just matter of yes. Click. Maintenance, not required. And finally, how much? $21. That's the best thing we can do because for you it will not be charged because you are under free tier, no? So Here it shows after retire, that meaning after your 1 year is done, then how much it will be cost? $21 per month. If even though you are paying for this, it will not charge $20. This is $20 per month, no? So you are using only for few minutes. That means maximum 1 hour. So AWS will charge only for 1 hour, which is very, 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 very negligible. Basically, they don't charge. Okay. Do you all understood how to set up database? So now click on create. So it will take time to get created. See here. No, see me. Many of you like pizza, right? What do you do on top? Toppings will be there, no? Your favorite toppings. So similarly here also we have RDS DB engine got created. And after creating a DB engine, it is asking for the toppings. One of the topping is, Babu, you already set up RDS DB engine. One of the topping is RDS proxy. Proxy is an extra feature, no? You can apply on top of your RDS DB engine. So if you want, you know how to set it up. And there is another thing called, remember this. I told you in the overview section. Which is a service, let's say, your application is all the time going and getting the same data again and again from the database. And all the frequently accessed data, you want to keep it in one place. And there is a separate service for this. What is that? What is that? Elastic cache. Which one, Anna? Elastic. So this is an additional things for your RDS, no? If you want to increase the performance, either you can go with the elastic cache or you can set up RDS proxy also. RDS proxy is to reduce the number of connections. Elastic cache is to increase the performance. So here it is something called add-ons that you have. So you can create elastic cache cluster. I'll teach you separately on this. Don't worry. But you know how to create a proxy also. So, but I'm saying click on close. I don't want. Okay, close it. So refresh, it will take time because do you see it is now what it says? Creating. So instead of just waiting just like that, do you see this now? Modify is grayed out. Why? Because it is creating. So once it is available, this modify will be enabled. So once, what is the user purpose of modify? You can change any of the options. The options we have selected, no? Let's say you want to change the password, change it. You want to increase the size, increase. You want to change the instance type, change it. You want to change some setting, enable multi-AZ, change it. But don't do all these things. But I'm telling you, you can modify all your settings from this section. So once it is available, you can click on modify. And from actions, all the options are grayed out because it is still in the creating state. But I'll tell you one by one. Quick actions, new. Convert to multi-AZ deployment. Oh my God. Will you convert to multi-AZ? Never. In your dreams also, in your dreams also, multi-AZ meaning? No. Multi-AZ meaning? No. Okay. So do you see? Convert to multi-AZ deployment. Don't do it. But in real time, it's just a matter of click. You know what is the concept of multi-AZ. Okay. Stop temporarily. Stop temporarily means stopping the database. Reboot, delete, set up EC2 connection. You can don't select instance. You can select it. Similarly, developers sometimes Lambda functions need to get connected to the RDS for putting the data. There is a service called API Gateway, which is related to developers. What they do is they develop some endpoints and they have some methods, some code where from API gateway, they'll call the Lambda functions. From the Lambda function, they'll get the data from RDS. So this is called serverless. So developers has so many different types of services they can implement. So like this, some Lambda functions can get also connected to the RDS. So if you want to set up Lambda connection also, you can set it up. What is the next thing here? Create read replica. Can you create a read replica? Yes. How many read replicas you can create? Maximum 15 you can create. So now it is enabled. See, should I go and create a read replica quickly? So now it is backing up. How to create a read replica? Do you see this here? Click on create read replica. Click on create replica. Now, read replica source is our Postgres instance. And here need to give the name for the read replica, no? So I call it as Postgres read replica. See, same options. T2 micro. I told you, your read replicas can be very good, Rupali. So here, your read replicas can be in a completely different region, also in the same region also. Okay, so GP2, that's 20, is fine, is fine, is fine. Oh God, do you see this? Which one? Don't go and blindly push, go and create it. Click on single DB instance, publicly accessible, default. Which one? Put it here, pass authentication. Don't enable all these things. That's it. Disable this also. Do you know what to enable, what not to enable it now? So click on create. I told you, no. If you learn that single page, see how you easily have created the read replicas. Same options, you will get it. So now it says DB instance is not in available step. It was in backing up mode, no? So if you want to create anything, if you want to take a backups, you want to create a read replicas, it should be in which mode? Available mode. It's not still in available. Okay, now it is in available. Now it went to again modifying. So do you see? This is a role. Previously it was instance. Now it has become primary. Now this one is replica. So this is primary. Under that it is replica. You getting it? So refresh this. That's how you create a replica. Create Aurora read replica. Do you see this? Our engine is Postgres, no? I told you Postgres is compatible to Aurora. So within a matter of just click, okay, now instance, your primary instance is Postgres. Can you have Aurora read replicas also? Yes. Click on Aurora read replicas. So you know very well. Remember blue-green deployment model? So don't touch the existing one, create a new one and then swap it. So here also this is newly came. So you can set up this blue-green deployment also here. Not to disturb the existing database instance, you can parallelly create another one also here. Promote. What is promote? Have you heard about promote? Promoting replica to a normal instance. So I have selected for primary. For primary, promote is applicable? No. So this, if you select this, it is in creating mode. That's why it is in creating mode. That's why promote is not enabled. Take snapshot. What's the meaning of take snapshot? Taking the backup. Automatic backup, manual backup. Manual backup, because you are going and taking it. No, for that is called a manual backup. Restore. What does it mean? Restore point in time. If you click restore, meaning restoring. So okay, here, this is the DB engine. This is the DB engine. And you took the snapshot. And from this snapshot, can you restore it? Again, you set up another DB engine. So whatever the database it contains, all the databases will come inside it. Okay. So here it says restore to point in time. Exactly when it is available. See, latest restore. So now you have at this time the backup is already available. You select it and then give the name, same details. See, multi-AZ, single, same details, same details, same details. Go and restore it. Once you restore, again it will create a new DB engine with the same data. You understand? Migrate snapshot. Migrate to Aurora. I feel it is to Aurora. So my DB engine is a Postgres, no? So AWS is how easily AWS is giving to migrate. Nana, migrating is a nightmare in real time for in on-premises. In on-premises, let's say you have Postgres version 14 running and your customer says upgrade your Postgres to 15. In Postgres, already so many databases are there. And if you want to do that migration, it's a nightmare. It's a huge effort because you need to take all the database backups first of all, and that backups are properly happened also. Not you need to check. Take the backup, uninstall this Postgres completely, which is production environment. At that time, all your applications will be stopped, downtime, and then install Postgres. While installing, n number of issues will come. And then once you install Postgres 15, one by one, you need to restore the database. And while restoring the database, it will not that easily get restored. You will have so many problems. Restore everything again back and do all the connections here. It's a nightmare. But here in RDS, it's just a matter of click. It will get migrated. So, and then create RDS proxy, and then create Elastic Clash cluster. We'll do it later. And is this clear? All the options? Did I told you the snapshot can be exported to S3? And can you restore from S3 also? So I want this to make it available. It's modifying still. Is it clear till here, everyone? Online? Is it clear enough? So it shows primary. Now it is available. See? Now it is available. See, modify option is also available now. If you click on modify, what will happen? Anything you can change it. Anything. See, you can change the password. You can change the instance type. You can increase the size. It says do not create any standby. If you want multi-AZ, select it. So anything you can modify it. That is modify. All the options are now enabled. Except promote will not be applicable for primary. Okay. So now I click on that instance. I click on the DB instance. Now, how do you connect, Nana? I told you AWS will give the endpoint. So do you see this? This is the endpoint and this is the port number. Do we know the username? What is the username? Postgres. What is the password? Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have all the information now? So if you want to connect to this database engine, in our security group, what is the port number we need to enable? 5. So which service we need to go? EC2. In EC2, we have our security group, no? Security group, inbound. Which one is the inbound that we need to do? Add rule. Which one, Anna? Postgres. Which one? Do you see? Postgres. Which one? 5, 4. And I'll go with 5, 7. Now, setting up the DB instance is ready. This is how you need to do it in your real time. And you do this and give this endpoint to whom? To whom you need to give? The developers to you need to give. I'm going one more extra step and I'll show you, but don't ask me every time. I'll show you now how to connect to this DB database. Should I show you how to connect from the, so in order to connect to the DB engines, so all the developers will use some tools. Which one, Anna? Tools. If you want to connect to the DB engine, you need to kind of use the tool. There are so many tools available in the market. Developers, those who are in online, can you tell me what are the tools that you guys are using to connect to the databases? There are so many tools. So in order to connect to this Postgres, there is a very popular tool called PG admin. Which one, Anna? I think PG admin is not there here. Yes, Sarath, very good. PG admin. There is no PG admin. Should I go and install PG admin? So PG admin is there, SQL Electron is there, and then SQL Workbench is there. There's so many are there. So PG admin download for Windows. PG admin. So we have this version 8, version 8.0, all this. Now tell me, whenever you are installing any software, would you go to the latest version or will you go to the latest version or the below version? Remember, it is always good to go with the N minus 1. N minus 1 meaning not the latest version, the below version. N is the latest minus 1. So because the latest version might be having some bugs and all, which they might have not fixed. So the below version is a stable version, which with no bugs and everything is good. So always go with the below version. Do you see this exe file? Open that. It will take time because it's a huge one. 4 minutes. Let it download it. Nana, is this clear? So all those options you have, see, connectivity, everything you have it here. Monitoring, you can monitor from here using CloudWatch. All the logs and events, what is happening with your databases, everything, events. See what we did. We created a DB instance, we monitored, we enabled, we did the back, all these things will be happening, all the events. Whatever the configuration that we have given, everything will be available here, right? You can take the backups, manual backups and everything. So that is how you need to set up the DB engines. Query editor is related to your Aurora, not for this node database that support query editor. It is not for us. It is for Aurora serverless. Nana, Aurora serverless is also there. Server base is also there. In Aurora, server base is also there. Serverless is also there. Server based meaning we need to give the instance type. No, T2 micro, which one? Serverless, there is no instance type. Based on the load, in the backend, automatically increase the performance, automatically decrease the performance. It is completely serverless. So performance insights. Performance insights, I told you, no, it is related to the monitoring. Do you see this here? So you can nicely monitoring what is happening, how many commits are happening. Load, you want to see it in your favorite bar mode, right? And then here, how many waits are happening, how many top SQLs are running, how many hosts are getting connected, right? Top users, top sessions, top applications, top databases which are getting used. All these things you can check it here. All these things you can check it here. This is a, so this is, it will take the help of CloudWatch only, but you have a separate UI user interface for the databases here. Okay, Nana? So let me try to install PG admin. Next. Install. Okay, it's installing. So that is your performance insights. And then clicking on what, Nana, here? Snapshots. Can you take the manual snapshot also? Yes. So if let's say, for example, and now both are available, no? I'll show you how to connect. So how to take a snapshot? Click on take snapshot. As it is in available state, we can take the snapshot. How? Take a snapshot. Which one? You want replica snapshot or a primary snapshot? Whichever you want, select it and then call it as my manual snap. Give some name and click on take snapshot. This is how we take the backup. See, snapshot is now getting created. So that is your manual snapshot. And then here system has taken already automatic backups we have selected, no? So it has already took the snapshot. And what are the actions that you have it here? Let's see. Can you restore the snapshot, Anna? If you click on restore, same options will come. Copy, can you copy the snapshot? Remember snapshot concept in EC2. Can you copy from one region to other region? And this snapshot is not encrypted. Can you encrypt it also? How? Using copy option. See, click on copy snapshot. So do you see encryption? You can do it. You can copy the snapshot. Yeah, it's still creating. And can you share the snapshot to other account? Can you migrate the snapshot? If you click on migrate snapshot, can you migrate to Aurora? Yes, all the options that you know. Can you upgrade the snapshot? It's grayed out at the moment. So upgrade snapshot meaning it's very simple. I told you, no, let's say you are using Postgres 14 and you want to upgrade to 15, just a matter of click, upgrade. Upgrade the snapshot. From the snapshot, can you create a database engine? Export to, click on export to S3 and make sure that you have your bucket created here. And then you can start clicking on export. Delete it. So for manual also, same options, you have it. Okay, Nana? If any snapshot is shared with me with the AWS ID, I can see it here. And all the public snapshots, is it good to go and touch these public snapshots? These snapshots which are not maintained, publicly available by any of you user. You can also make the snapshot and make it public. So these backups, you can take the snapshot here, export what are the snapshots that got exported to S3, you will get it here. Auto magnets. Can you go and reserve the instance, Nana? You can go and purchase the reserve instances. How? Click on purchase. What is the purpose of reserving the instances? Finish. And please write down in your book RDS cost optimization. So you only told, Lena. What is first is check multi-AZ. Next, instance type. Next, IOPS. Next, reserve instance. What else? That's it. Yeah, IOPS meaning storage here itself. Okay, done. Okay, nice. See here, if you want to purchase the reserve instance, you want to purchase what you need to do, which one you need to purchase? Postgres, select Postgres, which type? Let's just select some type which you want to purchase. Multi-Asia, single DB, select it. And 1 year, 3 years, select it. You want to partially payment, you want to do the full payment, or you don't want to do any advance payment. So select partial and then just go ahead and purchase. And you need to pay $1,352 and it will be charged this much only hourly after purchasing it. This is the after discount you get the price. So click on just purchase, but don't do it. Huh? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just showing how to purchase in real time. That's it. Proxies is related to what? Na? RDS proxy. Subnet groups, parameter groups, I told you, no? So parameter groups, if you take it, these are all schemas are there. What are they now? See, these are all the schemas. Key values will be there. So see, bin log cache size is this much, and this much is for your entire engine. So if you want, any developers want to use this kind of schemas in their databases, they can use this key values. That's it. All the events will be generated here. So I'll show you now how to connect to it because our DB PG admin is installed. PG admin is there, no? Open it. Exactly, Vishaka, correct. Nothing is free. Let's say your DB engine is having 100 GB and you're restoring the same 100 GB. So you'll be charging the same. So it is taking time. Almost there, you're saying. So Nana, is this clear? Before that is coming up, right? Understood? How to set up your RDS, how to manage, how to maintain, how to secure it, everything. Once this is up, I'll show you how to connect and I'll give you a few tasks. I'll put that in Google Classroom, go it, and then do all the tasks that is mentioned. And one interesting thing, uh, interesting thing is those who are developers, this is not for everyone. Those who are developers, you know how to create one small page that can be in your Java, whichever you are expert in. It can be in Python, it can be Java, it can be .NET, it can be any language. You know how to create one page, developers, create a page, and you know how to set up a connection string to connect to the database in the backend, correct? And then I want create one small page, let's say registration page, first name, last name, date of birth, blah, 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 blah. Click on submit. And I want all this data to be saved in the RDS. RDS set up a DB engine, that how I set it up. Create a table. All the data should be pushed into the table. And then retrieve the data back from your page. Developers, understood? You understood what I'm saying? Online, who those who are developers? So if you do like this, it will be really good for you because you'll understand how to establish a connection between EC2 to RDS. Okay, so how to connect your DB engine? See, open the Postgres and you have servers now here. Right click, register server. Click on it. Here it is saying, ask giving the name. Call it as, let's say, RDS instance. Give some name. And here do you see connections? Here you need to give the host name. Host name meaning which one? Endpoint. Which one we need to give? Endpoint. Go here, copy this endpoint, and then paste it. And it is working on which port number? What's the username? What's the password? Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest keep it default. Click on save. So make sure if your security group is open 5432 port number, then only it will get connected. Otherwise, no. So click on save. It is getting connected. And you see, it got connected. Do you see databases here? And Nana, did I create a database here? DemoDB 9 AM here. See here. Okay. Do you see? Schemas are there. And here, do you see tables are there? Yes. Can you create a table like this here? So this is not your job. It is developer's job. So what you need to do from AWS console point of view only, you are interested and ask them to connect like this. But I showed you as an example how to connect to the databases like this. Okay, Nana, do you all understood how to connect to the databases? Engines? And you can create another database also here like this. I told you, no, there is only one database. Multiple databases will be there, no? So you can create multiple database like this. Create database, call it as test DB something. Say, see, test DB got created. What I want you to do is, you know how to do till now like this? download PG admin, right? And then connect to it and then create a test DB like this. Create a test DB. How? Right click here, create database and create test DB. Nothing, just create test DB. And create a, after that, create read replica. After that, create read replica. And do you know how to connect to read replica? Similar thing. How I have connected here to the primary DB, similar thing, endpoint, read replica has its own endpoint, correct? Go here and it has its own endpoint. Connect to it parallelly and see test DB is there or not. Because it has to replicate, no? It has to replicate, no? And here, keep on creating another database, see that is getting replicated there. So I want you to test the replication. Okay. Very nice. So is it clear, everyone? Online, any questions? Is it clear, Nana? Online. Super. So once you're done with it, so please go ahead and then delete it. How to delete it? I'll show you. Select, go here and then delete. While clicking on delete, do you want to create a final snapshot? Don't create, uncheck. You want to retain automated backups? Uncheck it. And you acknowledge and then delete me and click on delete. And very importantly, and you need to delete this guy also. You need to delete one by one. Delete. Nana, you took one manual backup. That manual backup will be deleted automatically. So that is a danger thing. Please go ahead and then delete the manual backup. See, all the options are enabled now. Go through all the options one by one. Done. Deleting, deleting. Okay. So close this. First of all, maybe remove server. Close. Okay. This is how you need to do the RTS. Good. Can you give the final CC for today online, please? CC with smile. So guys, we are getting so many hands-on and practicals. Please complete it. Okay. I know you're doing it, but I need to say that you have to do it. Okay. Those who are not doing, please take your time and then complete it. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.